What's up guys, so I just wanted to say thanks for checking out the video. In this one I'm going to be playing Stoneshard, and I do plan on making this a playthrough here on the channel. I'm probably just going to be playing until I reach level 30, and hopefully I can find enough content to actually get me to level 30. I do know that there are some secret bosses and things like that, and I haven't actually made it, I think, past like level 12. But the last time I played this game was a long time ago, and they've updated it substantially since then, so I'm excited to jump back into it. If you guys haven't heard about this game, I strongly recommend you go onto Steam and check it out for yourselves, especially after you've seen some gameplay. And I am just going to be jumping into a new game, and I am going to be playing through the prologue, just so you guys can get a good idea of what's going on in the story. Alright guys, so I just wanted to mention real quick that my camera isn't exactly, high quality, and the lighting in my room is pretty poor, so the camera is going to flicker throughout the video, and I'm definitely considering just keeping the face cam off throughout most of my playthroughs from now on, at least until I get a better camera. If you guys find my camera to be extremely annoying, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I'd really appreciate any feedback you guys have, and I really hope you guys enjoy the video.
Damn it. Where am I?
You are awake, just in time for the ritual. We'll have a use for you so very soon. Don't try anything funny or you'll end up like one of your friends. Perhaps I should check on him again.
No.
All that fresh blood, that must have drained.
I don't think
by
we're gonna
now.
end up like him, dude.
Curses. Doesn't look like we won that fight. I need to get out of here before this bastard returns. Looks like my shackles are rusted to the core.
So we can actually open up our inventory and just get rid of these shackles, and then we're gonna check out this body.
Poor Locke. Your bad feeling was spot on this time. They didn't search him. Bad move. No offense, buddy, but you won't need all these things anymore.
Nope, he definitely won't need anything. So we get some bread, a water skin, and some lockpicks. Those lockpicks are going to be extremely useful. Especially, lockpicks are extremely useful in dungeons. And then we're going to use the pick on this door, and we're going to pick up this
I
iron
hope I'm
bar.
not alone, survivor. Got to arm myself and find the rest.
Yep. So there isn't much to obtain in this area, I think, so we're just going to equip the iron bar and go beat the shit out of this guy over here.
And blood trails are fresh. Looks like everyone was taken somewhere.
Yep.
Seems like I was the only one to be left in the dungeon.
Strange.
That's strange.
It is strange. But,
How did you get out?
oh my god.
You are dead!
You left a dead body with a lockpick in my cell? How else do you expect? So, combat is actually turn-based in this game, and if you pretty much do anything, even waiting, will cost you your turn. Now, I know waiting might seem like a dumb thing to do, but it can actually be really strategic, and hopefully I'll get the chance to show you how to properly use that ability. And then, even though turn-based combat might not be for everybody, I think it works very well in this game. And one of the benefits to turn-based combat is that you get a good amount of time to actually think about what you're going to do before you do it. So you can put a lot of planning and effort into what you actually end up doing. So we actually aggroed him, and that activated turn-based combat. So if I wait here, he'll move closer to me, right? And then I can hit him first. If I moved here, he would actually have the chance to hit me first, and I don't want that. But I'm going to inspect him, and I see that he is resistant to arcane and unholy damage, and he's actually weak to sacred damage. And unfortunately, we can't do sacred damage, but certain weapons you find will do sacred damage, but we'll get into that later on in the playthrough probably. But I'm going to wait here, just press space, and then he's going to move closer to me. And then because I don't have any abilities, I can just straight up, hit him over the head with this bar I found. And I missed, he missed. That's unfortunate. Wow. So I'm doing 13 damage, and he's dead. So it looks like this shiv is probably going to be more useful to us. So we'll just use that, and then we're going to keep moving.
Burn. Bled to death. Such a foolish way to go.
Yeah.
Looks like there is a trap. I have to take a look around unless I want to share his fate.
So we actually unlock the ability to examine, and this is an extremely useful skill that doesn't cost any energy or anything like that, and you can use it pretty much no matter where you are. So the game is basically telling you to use it right away, because there is a trap right in front of you when you unlock the ability. And if we actually walked into this, we would die pretty much, but we're gonna right click on the trap and just disarm it. There is a 10% chance to evade it, but that's way too low to take that chance, so disarming it is going to be the best method right now. And then we'll move this guy.
I forgot about my leg. I need to find some.
Yep, and then we realize our leg is broken, and this guy's a belt on us, or a belt for us, so that's cool. We'll head in here,
these boxes,
and
we'll surely find something in them.
there should be a lot of medication in this box, right? So that's extremely convenient.
Can use this to patch up my leg.
And there's actually you know, a great attention to detail in this game as far as healing goes. So you have separate health bars for every single part of your body, right? So if you get hit in the head, that's going to cause a concussion or something like that. If you get hit in the leg, it might break your leg, and this is going to, you know, have severe penalties to us. It's going to eventually kill us probably. So there are a variety of different medicinal items in the game, medical items in the game, that allow you to combat a lot of the ailments that you'll come across while playing. So they gave us 2 splints, so we can use one on our right leg here, and then we can use a salve to patch our leg up. And as you can see, we're at half health now, but as our limbs get destroyed, as we take damage to our limbs, that will severely impact our actual health, right? And the only way to regain health is to either wait or use specific items that you'll find throughout your playthrough that will just straight up give you HP right away. But those items are invaluable. And then here we have way better armor, and we got some shoes. And it's always a good idea to constantly examine your surroundings. And then we leveled up. Each new level allows you to learn a new ability. Right. You mostly get stronger by acquiring new abilities and finding better equipment. So if we press S, this will show us all of the abilities, all the ability trees we have unlocked at the moment. This character here, since it's the prologue, he pretty much has every single tree unlocked. Actually, I'm just kidding, he does not. But you can see here that this is locked. So it says read the corresponding treaty to unlock this ability, right? So I thought maybe he would actually I thought he had everything unlocked, but oh well, I guess not. But the starting characters that you'll have access to have different sets of skills already unlocked, so that you can learn abilities from those trees right away. And then as you can see, if we go to like spears here, it says read the corresponding treaty, but these different levels to the skills here, this tier 2 and tier 3, we can actually invest points into our character's main attributes to unlock those different tiers, right? So it'll make more sense once we start leveling up. But right here we have a bottle of alcohol and then an hourglass. That's pretty much useless right now.
Bah, a pyromantic treatise. Just like the good old times in the academy. Got to recall a spell or two.
Right. So we pick that up, and then we can read it. So if we look at pyromancy, this is all locked, but once we read the treatise, it'll unlock all those tier 1 abilities. And then we go back into that menu. So I can find a tier 2 treatise, or I can put 6 more points into agility, perception, or willpower. So if I don't want to find a treatise or buy one, I can just level up the appropriate attribute. And this is kind of how it works for every single skill in the game. So it doesn't force you to find books to increase your skill level with certain skill trees or whatever. So, but we can invest in this, and we're gonna want to go with Fire Barrage because that's probably one of the better skills that we could have right now, and I'll explain why in a minute. So we're gonna level up strength, kind of invaluable to us at the moment. Oh. Shiv. A book. So all this stuff it's pretty much just useless to us. One of the great thing about these types of books, is that they're worth a lot of money. So even if you've already learned a skill, it's still worth picking them up because you can make a ridiculous amount of money. So we got the Geomantic Treatise, and I think he may have already known how to actually cast these 2 spells or learn them, but I'm not 100% sure since it didn't unlock anything for us. And that is an identification scroll, another identification scroll, and that's an enchantment scroll. That's actually extremely useful. So if something is unidentified and you equip it and it's cursed, you won't be able to actually unequip it until you disenchant it, right? And sometimes curses can be absolutely devastating to your character, so it's wise to just keep unidentified gear in your inventory or in a chest until you can actually identify it. And identification scrolls are actually really cheap, so you're better off just waiting and just buying an identification scroll whenever you can. But we can actually waste this enchantment scroll on whatever weapon we might happen to use for the final boss in this area, so I'll just hang on to that. So we set the ground on fire, and that's actually one of the main reasons why pyromancy is so effective in this game, is enemies like this. Sorry, kind of have to sneeze. I'm not feeling too good at the moment. I actually have a cold, but anyway. You can set the ground on fire, and undead enemies like this will kill themselves trying to get to you. Human enemies will, more often than not, wait until the fire goes out, but undead enemies will literally set themselves on fire. So we almost died there. And if we look at our, so nothing is extremely damaged, but we can heal our left leg, and we are in a lot of pain, so we can use this right here to deal with that. But the downside is we become intoxicated, so not a huge deal. And here's an unidentified sword, so we'll just use this to, whoops, we'll use this to figure out. Okay, so it's got +7 block power, which is actually really nice. Alright guys, I will be back in just a second. Alright, whoops, sorry about that. Let's see what this guy was guarding. Oh. So this might be cursed, it might not be. Paint resistance, that's really useful. And some more alcohol. And a surgery kit. This is actually a really useful item. And I somehow didn't trigger that trap, so that's really lucky. And we found our way down to the next level. Thank God.
The tremors are coming from upstairs. I bet everyone was taken there. I have to find my way up, whatever it takes.
Yep. Oh, what is that? So it's a dagger. And we might as well enchant that. Crit chance plus 5%. Okay. I'll take it. So, can we learn dagger skills? So now everything is unlocked for us. Isn't that interesting? That's what, see, this is kind of what threw me off earlier. But we can pretty much specialize with any single weapon right now, with every single weapon, but once we pick a character and progress through the actual game, we're only going to have a few skill trees unlocked from the very beginning, so they're going to be a lot more limited. Oh. So I'm actually gonna hang out by the door, and in the, there's gonna be a good chance I'm gonna get outnumbered here, right? I'm kinda already outnumbered. So if I almost die, I can back away and they won't follow you to another level. Hopefully I can kill them both, but there's a good chance I'm gonna have to retreat here. So I leveled up, and that kind of saved me there. When you level up, you do fully heal. So that was really lucky. Oh. And I am just getting completely overrun right now. That was a crit. Our enchantment's kind of paying off. Wow, I can't believe we didn't have to back away there. I was lucky. Crit efficiency. So this might be a lot better for us. Enchanted mace. So I'm not sure what button it is. But yeah, if I press Alt, it'll highlight everything I can interact with. So this is actually a really useful mechanic. And this potions are usually unidentified, and you're better off obviously identifying it, because sometimes they can do devastating things to your character. But I'm happy I didn't spend a skill point yet, because I think I'm going to go with the mace ability, armor break. This seems like a really useful skill. Delivers a strike with 83% stagger chance, 22% armor pen, and 150% armor damage. If the enemy is dazed, it grants a strike 10% armor damage for each remaining turn of daze. If they're stunned, grant a strike 30%, grant a strike 30% armor damage for each remaining turn of the stun. So it's just a really useful skill if you're going to use maces, because you're going to be stunning enemies very often with a mace. So hopefully that was a good decision. So because the rat isn't undead, Well, actually, I don't think it's seen it. I don't think it actually saw us there. But it's not setting itself on fire. Yeah, so it's a lot smarter than most of these enemies are. But I think rats will usually set themselves on fire, so I don't want to... Yeah, I was worried I'd hit the door there. Wow, that rat was actually kind of doing a lot of damage. Alright. Wow, that's really useful. Unidentified ring. I don't know how I hit that, but okay. Wow, so he's actually waiting. Interesting. So we almost died there. Apply a splint. And we're in pain shock. Oh no. So we might want to take some of this. Crowbars are actually really useful because they make it so you don't need a pick to actually break into stuff. You can just use the crowbar. And we got a cloak. And that's actually really useful as well. So I'm not too upset we came up here, but try to top off our health. Hopefully we regen a lot of it. Okay, here's the way down. And this is gonna be the boss fight up here. So I recommend, if you have anything like a potion or even this, to use it preemptively, right? And then we can use this as well. And that gave us stone skin. Physical resistance and damage taken minus 10%. We got confusion. We might just want to wait this out. Might want to wait until we're full health. And looks like we're gonna lose that buff, but oh well. Not the end of the world.
Baron! You are alive! Run while you can! No! Don't leave us here! Please! Make it stop! Ah, an uninvited guest.
The voice acting in this game is... It's not like high budget, okay? You know? But I still like it.
You are the one behind all this madness. You'll pay for everything.
How arrogant! Look around you. It's over. Soon both the Stoneshard and your souls will serve the higher purpose. Still, the court appreciates your courage. You can serve us well. Put down your weapons, and perhaps we'll spare your life.
No, you won't.
Not this time, abomination.
Well then, we show you mercy, and yet you reject our gifts. Let the ritual begin! Kaya North,
Okay, so there's gonna be 2 statues to your, on each side of your character. You pretty much, for the first phase of this fight, just have to destroy these statues. It's pretty straightforward. You gotta watch out for these attacks on the ground. Okay, so that one went down pretty easily. Now we just gotta move to that side. Pretty straightforward. So this second phase is a little bit harder, but there's a pretty easy way of dealing with him when he transforms. Okay.
The host have mercy. What a foul beast.
Okay, so you're gonna move down, and he's gonna rush at you. You're just gonna keep moving away from him, and you're gonna try to get him to charge at you. Like that. Then you're gonna move back this way. He's gonna do another AoE attack. Just keep moving away from him. You want to move back into this corner though, and then he's gonna lunge at you. If you move to the side, he's gonna get stunned on this wall here, and then you can hit him as hard as you can, really. He's gonna eat the corpses around the arena, and that's why you want to try to keep him in this area. Right, so now you're just gonna keep moving back this way, and just let him eat. Soon he'll run out of corpses, so it's not a big deal. So we're just gonna rinse and repeat, and eventually he'll die. It's a pretty straightforward fight. You can do it quicker than this. This is a pretty safe method. That's it. Pretty straightforward.
That's a hell of a trip.
Yep.
Baron, I have many questions. Now
Me
is
too,
not the
man.
time. We have the Stoneshard. Let's get out of here.
So now we just got to go pick it up and make our way outside. And what does it say here? It still radiates heat. That's it. So everything that we've collected is pretty much going to be gone when we start the game. So you don't need to hang on to money or anything like that. It doesn't really make a difference. Anything valuable is useless. Now we're going to talk to these guys.
All my belongings, my entire fortune, I'm ruined.
For the love of the host, Rinward, shut your mouth. Baron is dead. Locke is dead. So is Jorgen. And you cry over some old junk. And it's all because of you, Baron. Did you think our
It
lads
sucks
would
that I
kick it
drank
out?
that
You could have at
potion
least
before fighting
told
him.
me.
Because now we got to deal with this, intoxicated effect, but
An easy job.
it won't
Maybe
be like
some
this for
digging.
long.
You call a horde
fortunately.
of cannibals an easy job? Are you out of your mind? Do you think I was lying to you? Gwendol swore that the monastery had been deserted for decades.
So you're saying that your Gwendol set us up for certain death?
I don't know. I hope not. It's some kind of mistake.
This mistake cost half our men their lives.
I know. I have many questions too. And believe me, once we are done with the contract, Gwynel will answer each and every one of them.
No, Varen. This is where we part. The caravan is no more. Rinward, Aruz, and I are going back to Bryn.
After all these years, I've just saved your hides.
All you did was save us from the trap you'd let us into. We always used to know where and what our jobs were. But once you started rubbing elbows with Gwynel, there was no end to our misfortune. I want to know what Gwynel is hiding, why he needs stone shards, and what these damn stone shards are to begin with. And yet, we don't have the slightest idea about anything. Well, you only care about money. But there is no paying death off. I'm done.
Oh, sorry about that.
You are free to go, but I am bound by the contract. I'll manage without you. Get lost.
Kind of a harsh ending, despite how much they overcame. They should have known in a world like this.
So here I am.
You know,
the caravan is gone.
There's risks
my
everywhere.
My leg is crippled. Half my men are dead, and the other half are deserters and traitors. The host be praised. At least I've got the Stoneshard. If I knew I had to deal with an entire cult of devil knows what, I'd think thrice before getting into the whole mess. I'm too old for an adventure like this. Ah, if only I could have a good talk with Gwynel right now. I'd ask him what the hell is going on. I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've never found myself in such a tough spot. I need to get back to Bryn. I'm not up to going there by myself, so that's why I sent for you. Do you remember how I helped you out back then? Well, time to return the favor. Damn, it's been so long. Tell me, what have you been up to?
So now we get to actually choose our character, and currently the ability to create your character isn't available. I think the developers have mentioned something about they want to wait until they're done with the game and they get all the, everything balanced and implemented before they actually, create that or implement that feature. And that's understandable. I mean, even though you can't create a character, you can still kind of choose what type of character fits your playstyle, and then you can always learn the treaties and level up your character however you want. So it's not really the end of the world, but I think it's always a tough choice. But Arna, unique trait: for each enemy within your vision, receive -5% cooldown duration, -5% ability energy cost, and -2.5% damage taken. She has a sword, mace, two-handed sword, shield, combat mastery, and two-handed mace affinity. So she might actually be who we roll with. She seems really powerful. I kind of want to use two-handed swords as well, and this ability seems really useful for fighting multiple enemies at once. But each character offers their own a unique trait and their own affinities, so it's really up to you, but I think we're gonna go with Arna.
Is that so? Interesting. Anyway, enough pleasantries. It's time to get to work. So here's the deal. I can't walk to Bryn with my leg like this, so unless you plan to carry me, we need a cart. We need horses. We're in luck, though. While you were away, I had a talk with the village elder. We came to an agreement. We'll do a couple of tasks for them, and they'll give us a cart and 2 horses. Yep. Don't worry about the job. It's nothing special. I don't think you need my advice on how to deal with brigands or the undead. The elder will give you the details. You should go see him right away. No time to waste. Ah, I almost forgot. Here's a map of the area. You need it more than I do. You can also ask the innkeeper about local events. He is a talkative kind. I'm sure he'll answer any of your questions. Off you go then. Good luck.
Okay, so we pretty much have the entire world at our disposal, right? If I look at the map, we have the town of Osbrook and the surrounding area unlocked. but the whole world is actually 40 by 40 tiles, right? So if I could actually move around here. Right, okay. 40 by 40, so now certain areas are going to be, you know, in the same location every time you play, but a vast majority of the dungeons and waypoints and things like that, points of interest, are going to be random. So that's kind of, it adds to the replayability, right? But as far as certain landmarks go, like towns and cities, they're going to be in the same basic location. For example, Osbrook is always in the top left of the map, and Bryn is sort of always in the bottom right. But we'll get into all that later on in the playthrough. And we start off with her unique sword as well as a shield, a water skin, 350 gold, a healing salve, some food, and a bandage and a lockpick. So that's really useful. And she's got her armor as well, and that seems really useful as well. 8 protection is really good, so we'll have to work on repairing that. So now we just got to go talk to the Elder, and the game is going to explain the save system to us. So to save the game, you need to either sleep for any amount of time or use a suitable sleeping spot for a momentary rest. This can usually be done in taverns, cleared out camps, or by using a bedroll, which can be bought from some traders or crafted with a make a halt ability in the survival tree. Exiting the game saves your progress. However, this exit save is deleted upon loading back in. If you die in adventure mode, you can resume playing for the last save made by sleeping. In permadeath mode, your saves are erased on death. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So if we want to save the game, we actually have to talk to the innkeeper, and he has a variety of dialogue options. We can buy food from him. Something like smoked ham and sausage are usually what you would buy because these items don't expire. Most of the food, like this cheese for example, spoils in 2 days. So carrying around food that will never expire is usually what you want to do, but you don't, obviously we don't really want to be spending all of our money right now, so we're just gonna make do with what we got. But oh yeah, we can also talk to him and pay him money. We can pay him for a day, a week, or 2 weeks, and this will allow us to save the game. It'll actually allow us to unlock unlock the room so we can sleep. Wait, you might actually be able to get into the room no matter what. And then you can also talk to him and unlock rumors and things like that. So there's a rumor system in this game, so if you talk to innkeepers and people, as you level up your reputation in the different towns and cities, things like that. Well, there's only one city at the moment, but in the different towns, and you talk to people, they might unlock certain points of interest that you can go investigate. So if somebody mentions something about like a den or maybe a camp nearby, it'll pop up as a question mark on your map, and you'll just have to go and explore that tile and see what's going on in that area. But our first quest, he pretty much just wants us to go talk to the Elder, and the Elder is actually located right next to the inn in this building here. And if you actually talk to this guard, he'll give you an item, a weapon to be more specific, but you just choose, you ask what weapon, and I kind of want a two-handed weapon. I'll take a two-handed sword. Here you go. It's not the best weapon out there, but it's the best we've got. Good luck to you. So that's not perfect, but it's definitely going to be what I want for now. And if I press S, we go to two-handed swords. We have these abilities unlocked, and we already have 2 ability points to spend. So Faint Swing reduces the target's dodge, counter, and block chance to 0% until the end of the turn. After that, delivers a strike with 25% fumble chance and plus 10% damage. Each adjacent enemy grants 5% crit chance and 5% counter chance. Wow. Cool. And they've got basic skills. This isn't fully worked yet. Survival. These skills are incredibly useful. But we're going to go with two-handed swords. And we're just going to invest in some of these skills here. And this is automatically going to bind to our hotbar. Then we're going to talk to the elder. I don't think I've ever seen a female mercenary. Well, if you can deal with our village's problems, then what do I care? Vera didn't tell you we didn't have capable mercenaries in Osbrook for quite a while, so there's a lot to deal with. Bandits, cults, the undead. Lots of places around here attract filth like that. We don't have many guards, so I can't afford to send them dying. That's why I need a mercenary. Well, I can't afford any of them dying. That's why I need a mercenary. Let's get to business then. I have a few contracts available. If you fulfill a couple of them, then we're even. You'll have your cart and your horses. So, I only have one contract for you at the moment. Hapless peasant. Interested? That's 3 skulls. That's actually kind of dangerous. Well, what other choice do we have? Does the name Lambert mean anything to you? Doesn't really matter. What matters is that the bonehead managed to get into the clutches of the bandits a few days ago. They are holding him somewhere inside the bastion, Revenstein, for ransom. We could collect the money, but these vermin only understand the language of force. I need you to rescue him and leave a message they will understand. Cutting their leader open should work just fine. Will you do it? Deal. Good, then it's settled. Give me your map. I'll mark the location. I only have 4 days to deal with it and then claim my reward. Okay. So look at our map. We gotta head this direction and clear out an entire camp of bandits. Well, an entire dungeon. So, but before we do that, I'm actually gonna go talk to the herbologist, the whatever his name is, the apothecary. I think he's actually south of the village, right here. The herbalist, whatever you want to call them. I know my herbs, and we're gonna buy some medical items from him. So we're gonna buy a splint. We're actually gonna buy 2 splints. We're gonna buy a healing salve, and that's probably it for now. And I probably should have done this before, but we're gonna go into the inn. And we're going to put our stuff away, so we have more inventory space. So we should be able to come in here. But as you can see, I can't sleep. I need to pay the innkeeper, but I can put stuff away, which is really useful. So, okay, I'll put that stuff away for now. Now I gotta make my way west to complete that contract, and we can talk to some people. I don't remember seeing you around here. A mercenary, I suppose? Take a look at what I'm selling. If you ever decide to venture out for a hunt, this stuff might come in handy. Okay, so he's got a bear pelt, a bedroll, some meat, gold. Cool. Nothing really useful to us. And here's the blacksmith. 2-handed axe, 2-handed sword, 535 gold. Wow. So, unfortunately, we can't really buy anything from him at the moment. So we're just gonna head off into the wild and hope for the best. So I wish that the whole world was exposed. I wish you didn't have to actually bleed wart. Okay. You could pick up herbs and stuff like that. Berries. What I was saying is I wish the whole world was exposed. I wish you didn't have to actually unlock the, you know, I wish there wasn't like a black fog of war. It'd be interesting if it was more like a cloud, or if it was just everything outside of your vision was just kind of blurry or something like that. I think it would make the game look a lot better if it wasn't like completely dark, but hopefully they change that in the future. So the further away you are from the town, the more dangerous that area is. Traveling around roads and things like that will increase your chance of running into bandits, and straying off the path will increase your chance of running into wild animals like packs of wolves and bears and things like that. So bears are honestly one of the most dangerous things in this game, and if you run into a bear, it usually won't attack you right away, because if it does try to attack you, it's most likely going to kill you. So there's one point of interest over here we can go investigate. So if I press Alt, I can see everything around here that I can pick up. And there are some shrubs and stuff like that, but nothing too useful. And these herbs aren't useless either. Like this flea wort gives us health and bleed resistance, so it is actually worthwhile to look for herbs. And if we head north, we can check out. What's going on up here. There's another point of interest. So we actually have to discover it. It might be, since this is a forest area, it might actually be like, yep. So this is a roadside altar, and it gives you healing efficiency, experience gain, and unholy resistance. So this is actually really nice. Something that you pretty much want to have that buff all the time if possible. And unfortunately, we can't go back to it until the buff has worn off. Okay, we got some bandits. So they will run from you. Okay. Stuff like this is not worth anything. So basic weapons like this are pretty much just garbage. You don't even want to pick them up. More bandits? Okay. That was a crit. So two-handed weapons are extremely powerful, but your chance to hit and your fumble chance and stuff like that are kind of low. So they're not always that reliable. But you can kind of, you know, sharpen your character and combat your inaccuracy and make your character really powerful. Hold on a second, guys. I honestly hate being sick. Henbane, I think this is actually, so 25% chance to cause battle rage. So that's actually a really useful ability. Make the most of that here soon, maybe. And we just have one more tile until we get to this dungeon. So if I had a bow and I actually had, what is it? Ranged weapons. Having ranged weapons, having this skill tree unlocked is extremely useful. Bows are, without a doubt, one of the most useful items in the game. If I press W, I can change my entire weapon set. So you can constantly switch between two different sets of weapons. This is actually a good way of carrying a lot of items. You can put two swords here, or you know, another two-handed weapon in your other, you know, loadout. So, but usually I'll save that other loadout for a bow. Hopefully we can find a ranged treatsy at some point. And we can actually use our hands to dig this out. But that will mess up our actual hands, so you're better off waiting until you have a shovel to dig out graves. And this should be... So there might actually be a lot of enemies around here, so we gotta be really careful. And the key to surviving is to just draw one enemy in at a time. So we dropped a war scythe. This thing is at half durability. It's garbage. Got another enemy here. Looks like there's only one more. He tried to run, didn't work out too well. So this is why we want lots of healing items, because enemies hit very hard and you're very weak at the beginning of the game. So comb, oil, nails. So that's all garbage, and we'll head inside. So it's always wise to examine your surroundings, right? And here's a trap, so it's a good thing I did that. And we'll just hopefully bait an enemy into that trap eventually. So that's what we'll try to do. Hopefully it's like floor spikes or something. Oh, it's gas. Oh no. So I didn't expect it to be gas. So we're actually just gonna wait out here for a minute. Try to get some of our HP back. Let that let the gas clear out so we don't die. He dropped another scythe. This one is even worse condition. So okay, large club. 20. Basically useless. Another trap. That's garbage. Now we're thirsty. So, there is a lot of RNG in this game. Sometimes you're just going to get messed up. Other times you're going to absolutely, you know, just walk through these areas. But the game is pretty fair overall. So, try not to get too discouraged if you keep dying. Sometimes the RNG gods will be in your favor. Okay, a traveling staff. That's actually pretty lucky. It's in good condition, so it's worth a lot. Doesn't mean we're gonna get a lot for it, but... And a bookshelf. That's worth a little bit of money. That's not disarmed yet, so we gotta be careful. And we'll come back this way, hopefully bait one of these guys into this. And he disarmed it. So this guy's obviously got a high chance to dodge, and it looks like both of our legs have been broken. And this is why we get the splints. Another ring, that's useful. Battle cleaver. It's actually might get us a little bit of money. Another ring. It's almost broken, so we'll just toss it. And it looks like we leveled up, so we'll level up our strength, I think. That might be the way to go. And we unlocked a new ability. Might want to go with something like this. Skinning might be a good skill, but we can't really take down wild animals until we have a bow. So we'll just hang on to this other skill point for now. We got a potato. Got a radish. That stuff's always useful. We'll make our way up here. Lumberjack axe. That's gonna be worth a lot more money. Looks like we just got some free loot up here, so. Nothing in there. That's unfortunate. I guess we'll just eat that. Another thing to note as well is coming back into these areas, you know, the more you have to come back through here, the more you're going to know the area, so you won't waste time going off in directions you don't need to. Oh, so he's got a bow. Wow. Peasant bow. So we'll definitely equip that in our offhand for now. Traveling staff. That's worth a little bit of money. Get rid of that. Trying to keep the stuff that can make us the most amount of money. Oh, he just killed himself. Cool. That kind of sucks he triggered that trap, because now we can't use that on the boss if he's right up here. Okay, so we got 2 bookshelves. That's really useful. A folio. So they actually just recently added that stuff into the game. This is just worth money. And you guys can read through these to learn a little bit more about the lore. Huh. That's really interesting. And a useless candle. Okay, so going down to the 2nd level. Oh, how did I not see that? Oh. I didn't realize I had the bow equipped. That's unfortunate. Excuse me. So he's already on the run. Two-handed weapons are powerful. chopped his head off. We'll head over here. Money's always nice. That was lucky. So you don't want to travel too far ahead, because you want to do your best to not aggro a bunch of enemies onto you at once, you know. Or what is this? Oh, alcohol? Yeah, we'll take that. Might be worth something. We got a lot of bookshelves over here, so this could be very promising. Oil. Might just take care of this enemy real quick. Okay. So we're looking for a folio or a treatsy or something like that. Something that could make us some money. Fortunately, we couldn't find anything. Uh-oh. So standing in doorways like this is a good way of not getting attacked at this, like, by multiple enemies at the same time. Even though they do kind of alternate spaces. Okay. Unidentified gloves. Now, I don't want to get cursed, but I might just equip these because I don't have gloves. And hopefully, bronze amethyst ring. Get some experience gain from that. And this copper ring isn't worth much, so we'll just leave that. Rope. I'm gonna check this cupboard. Nothing. So I am in some pain. Oh no. He broke my skull. That's not good. Careful now. So if we had to, we could always bait an enemy into that. Might have to come up through here or go that way. We'll find out. So I don't really know. 75% counter chance. So that might actually be a useful skill for us. But I kind of want to save my attributes for other things that might be useful. That's not going to be too useful for us at the moment. So there's nothing left over here. So I think we might have to head this way. Well, prudence. So sometimes your character will kind of invigorate themselves. So I have an increased dodge chance. I make less noise. I have a higher chance to lockpick and disarm things, and I have more vision. So this kind of stuff can really kind of change the tide of battle. So this is the boss. So we have to be very careful how we approach this situation. What I might actually do is lure him to this trap that's over here. Hopefully get him to activate it. I hope I can get him to activate this trap. And I think we might have lost the... Oh, we disarmed it. Well, this isn't good. Do we have anything we can use here? Battle Rage. Crit efficiency, crit chance, and weapon damage. So this might save us, it might not. The bosses in the game hit very hard. And it looks like we came out on top there, thank God. Unidentified two-handed mace. So, saving... Do we even have the ability to use two-handed maces? We do. Okay. So maces might be better than swords. Not too sure. We're gonna have to identify this once we get back to town. And... hopefully we can sell key. We'll take that as well. And probably just leave this behind. Purse. Man, there's quite a few things that maybe we'll leave this behind. Okay. We'll go take out this minion and then loot the boss area. And then we have to rescue the peasant. So this guy probably came back here, right? Okay. Now we can loot. Got some gloves, leather gloves. These ones seem damaged, so we might just leave those there. Alright, hold on a second, guys. I keep having to blow my nose. It looks like we're thirsty again. And we can loot that. Just a jug. Okay. So where is the peasant? Is he over here? Did I miss him? I don't think I did. Maybe he's back towards the beginning. Probably just have to go to a different area. Could be down here somewhere. Nope. Might be over here as well. Yep. Oh, there's another enemy. Easy enough. Thank you so much. I thought I was done for. That it was the end. It goes without saying I feel like crap, but it's nothing really, just clear the way back, and I'll get out of here on my own after I rest for a bit. They whacked me good, but I managed to keep a few things here. Take it, put this to good use. Cool. Oh, wow. Another library. These areas are always worth checking. Okay. Got a sword treaty. Awesome. Not the best, but... And I'm pretty sure we already had that unlocked, but... Claw trap. These are useful. Another folio. Definitely take that. Silver cup. Very nice. Okay. Two-handed sword. Wow. Oh. So we definitely gotta take these with us. They're worth so much money. And we'll just leave that there. Those are pretty cheap to pick up. Okay, so we didn't find anything too useful, but that is a lot of money for us that we'll put to good use. Now we just gotta claim the reward. Back in town, so. Well, I'm surprised I didn't step on that. Oh. Gotta go this way. So we'll just head straight back out. Go back the way we came. We don't want to risk running into a bear or anything like that, or even a pack of wolves. Wolves are actually incredibly dangerous in this game, and you will likely not survive if you run into a wolf pack. Unless you have a bow. Taking on a group of enemies in this game is almost certain death most of the time. Okay, this is the absolute wrong way. It's that way, okay. Perfect. And it's still daytime, which is really good. Hopefully we don't run into any animals on our way back. But most of the time, animals, you know, they'll let you, like, walk away. You know what I mean? They'll let you get away from them. They won't just chase you. And if you take your time through the game, like if I press space, it stops my character. So if I see anyone, and I mean, if I feel like I'm gonna walk into their area of perception, I can press space and stop my character. You always have to be on the lookout. The only, like I said earlier, the only major change I wish they would make is just having any area outside of your vision just be like a fog of war, like clouds or something like that, instead of just a black screen. I think it would just be way more aesthetically pleasing, and it wouldn't look so jarring. Or just have the entire map be, you know, unlocked, so to speak. If the developers eventually do see this video, I doubt they will, but if they do, that's literally the only change that I want. I'm so tired of looking at like black squares everywhere, you know? And I guess they do plan on changing how the lighting works, so I'm excited for that as well. So we're going to turn in that contract. Here for my reward. Perfect. So now we got to go to the Oak and Barrel Brewery. That's our next. I'd like to know exactly what I'm dealing with. We don't know much either. A few days ago, Brooke sent a car to the brewery to purchase another shipment of ale, but the driver returned terrified and empty-handed. He told us he spotted a group of bandits milling around the building. He turned back just in time, otherwise he wouldn't be here to share his story. While I sent a few guards to scatter it out, they confirmed that there indeed were 5 or 6 brigands on the brewery premises. I have no idea what happened to the place's owner. All dead, I suppose. Hell if I know. I bet those are those are the scumbags that murdered Tuar, our previous miller, and then tried to squeeze money and supplies out of the rest of the village. We managed to chase them off in time. They fled to the woods, but now it seems like they are back for vengeance. Anything else What can I help you? Anything else I can help you with? I'm on it. Good. Find me once you're done. So, I'm not sure if this quest actually has a time limit. And can I sell anything to him? 35, 11, 18, 42, 70. So I'll have to remember some of these prices. So 42, 70. And then there's actually a merchant out here who will pretty much buy anything from you. So this guy right here. Bah, a mercenary, fresh from the road. Let me give you a piece of advice. Stick with me and you'll be rolling in gold in no time. What do you propose? I have a business to offer to you. The previous mercenary used to bring me all kinds of wares, and I paid him generously for them. Everyone was happy with the deal. So how about you and I have the same arrangement? What did he sell you? Whatever he could find, you know. You know how it is with mercs. Trophies, booze, trinkets. I strongly believe that everything has its use. Everything can be sold. As long as you have some business sense, you'll get ahead in life. So 70, so it's the same price. And he buys these treaties as well. So these tier 1s are basically, they still sell for a decent amount of money, but the higher tier ones are going to be a lot more expensive. We'll sell that as well. Sell the folios. Sell that. And we'll buy an identification scroll. Cool. Excuse me? Man, I really hope this cold goes away soon. Alright, so we'll use this. So it is cursed. It's a good thing we didn't use it. Low energy improves the bonus. Killing enemies temporarily reduces the penalty. Crit chance +7, magic power +13. And it is severely damaged, so. And I don't think he'll buy it from us. Might have to disenchant it, but you know what? I don't think it's even worth it. It might just be better off tossing it in the garbage. I think it's pretty much useless to us at the moment. We'll spoil in 2 days, 2 days. And we got some meat. Alright, so we got a little bit of money now. We might as well go and try to buy a better weapon. This guy sells a crude longsword. He's also got spears. Now, are there spears? Do I actually have them unlocked? I don't. Two-handed swords, two-handed maces. And I might as well just go with swords, right? I mean, so it's got more armor pen. It's got a stagger chance, block power. A lower fumble chance, but a higher skill and energy cost. Huh. Yeah, so I guess we'll just go with this. I mean, it's a solid upgrade. And then we'll sell that. Cool. And does he have any armor? Just a helmet. And that's really expensive. I can't afford that. Alright, so we'll go. I guess we'll fill up our water skin. We'll go talk to this guy, see if he's got anything. Go talk to some of the merchants around here. Who the hell are you? Another mercenary? Isn't that a surprise? And a woman on top of that? The host have mercy. Do you have something against me? If a woman picks up arms and pretend they can wield them, it can only mean that the end of times are upon us. And we don't have long in this world. Oh, God. But who am I to complain? Just some old bore who doesn't deserve a grain of respect, am I right? Anyway, I hope you'll manage to survive a bit longer than our last hero. What are you selling? Armor. Fantastic. But nothing's really going to beat what we got, unfortunately. We can buy caps, though. So this offers no protection, so we might try to buy some kind of hat here. Then we got leather gloves and our peasant shoes. So 4 protection riding boots gives us dodge chance. And he sells bolt quivers and things like that. Can he repair our armor? No, he cannot. So an arming cap gives us physical resistance and protection. I might buy some riding boots and an armor cap. Just to give us some slightly more protection. And then we can buy a belt as well. That's headwear. Here's a belt. Fumble chance, skill energy cost. Okay, we might find something like that eventually, so we won't really worry about buying that for now. And we'll check what this guy has. He's the carpenter, I believe. Good to have you here. Maybe you'll bring some order at last. What do you call guards? It's either geezers or yesterday's youngsters who had weapons handed to them. Now they are to serve and protect, so to speak. Each of them is still wet behind the ears, or even worse, is way too long in the tooth. I'm telling you, they'll all be slaughtered come the real fight, something that Odar doesn't care about. We used to have more than enough lads in Osbrook. Now they are either dead in the ground or serve under someone else's banner. We barely have any able-bodied men left in the village. Right now it's just me, the smith, and a couple more lads. You need something fixed? So he sells staffs, shields, arrows. Okay. It sucks that he doesn't sell like a treatsy or something like that, so I can unlock the ability to use bows. We'll come back down here and talk to him. My back is killing me. If I don't do anything about it now, in a couple days I won't even be able to get up from bed. And I still have work to do. Help an old man out, go to the forest and pick some fresh herbs. The dried stuff I have here won't do. So here's what I need. Spearmint, flea wort, and a couple leaves of arimony. Got it? If you bring it all here, I'll share some of my supplies with you. Cool. So we got like a side quest. That's nice. Pick up 2 splints. And we're going to definitely want some healing salves. And we got a bandage. So that should be enough to get us by. Gather the required herbs. So if we press J, we can look at our quests. We got complete the second task, reach the brewery, and gather the required herbs. So acrimony, fleawort, spearmint, and 1 tuft of each. So you can actually find that stuff all around the world. Pretty easy to find a lot of that stuff. I think she sells food and things like that. We're gonna get all the food we need from the wild or from the innkeeper for the most part. But we're gonna pay him so we can save. Just for 1 night. And we'll sleep probably 1 hour. And depending on how long you sleep will affect how invigorated you are. So I have a fatigue change, energy restoration, fatigue resistance, more energy, and an experience buff. So sleeping for, 8 hours will give you, that buff will last longer. And you can't sleep for like 24 hours. So you used to be able to sleep as long as you wanted. But now you can only sleep based on how tired you actually are. So, actually, I'm pretty sure I just can't keep sleeping. It has to do with my fatigue, I believe. That's weird. Well, at least I thought that's how it worked. Never mind, yeah. I mean, realistically, I shouldn't be able to just sleep 24 hours, but it is what it is. Jeez. Oh, I'm falling apart. Anyway. Alright, we saved our game. So, yeah, I mean, this game is constantly getting, well, not constantly, but it is getting updated, I'd say every few months or so. And I'm always looking forward to the next content update. They always add or change something, and it really makes the game worth coming back to. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel if you want to help support a small YouTuber like me. And if you haven't heard about this game, definitely consider checking it out on Steam. It doesn't go on sale very often, but if it picks up in popularity, it might. So definitely consider adding it to your wish list if you do want to track the progression of this game. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I really hope I see you guys in the next one.